Hi again, everybody. It's going to be Sunday's video, December 4th, 2022. I'm going to do a two-part thing here on uh, Gann forecasting. So, if you're going to make a Gann type of annual forecast like he was putting out in the 20s, many of you have seen those. The shows you the big swings along with the smaller swings. The first thing you have to do is find the pattern match to get the big swing activity. So what I have here is an old chart. It's comparing 1956 to 2001. And you can see that that's a difference of 45 years. So when you see that, the first thing you think of is the book, My 45 Years in Wall Street, that Gann wrote. But it's not as simple as that 45 years being the pattern match. You're going to find that some years you're going to get a match of just the simple 10-year annual cycle, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, 90, 100, whatever. Occasionally that will work. Oftentimes a 52-year look back will work. The 52 is a very important number in the Tunnel Through the Air book, so that's something that really needs to be looked at in every instance or association of 52 needs to be looked into because there's a lot to do with that number. But getting back to this, in this particular case, we have a pretty nice pattern match from 1956 to 2001. The 1956 is the red, as noted on the right and up in the box here. The 2001 is the blue, so you can see where we were in the pattern at that time. I blotted out a couple of notes that were on this chart. They were inconsequential to what we're going to discuss now here. But you see there's a couple little spots where we had inversions or we're out of phase. Like at the beginning of this, we went up, we had high to high, and then we went down hard here, but this kind of tailed along, and then we got into the inverted double top, where in actuality we got a little double bottom pattern before they both break together down to the lows, and then back up again, and then the pattern tracked pretty well. So once you get that pattern, you can then use other methods to develop the individual swings inside of that larger pattern. So that's going to be part two. That'll be the next video. But the other thing I wanted to mention in this particular case is that there is a way to match a pattern up, and it's not just based on the number of years, but there's a numerological connection. So what you want to do is look for that numerological connection, and then you'll be able to more easily identify the correct year for the pattern match. So I'll be back tomorrow with part two of this and show you one technique for how to identify that smaller swing setup inside the chart.